I'm live, guys. Okay, let's just give this a minute just to load because yeah, I think it's taking a minute to load. And I do apologize because I was running a couple of minutes late. Okay, it hasn't even loaded on my screen. What is going on? Oh, wait, I have a message in chat. Jodie. Hey, Jodie. Wait, did it come up that I'm live then? Maybe YouTube is just being a bit slow, but guys, I apologize because I don't know. Oh wait, now I'm seeing all your chats come through. Tanya, hey, Tanya says I'm looking pretty. Guys, I couldn't even find don't even want to tell you. I couldn't even find a hairbrush or a comb for 2 days apart from a really tiny comb. It's not my usual one. So I've just had to literally scrape my hair up because I was like, if I come on here with it down, I'm gonna look a bit crazy. And these are actually pajamas, guys. These are my pajamas, but I really love them. They're like really cool. Actually, my light's kind of dark in here, but they've got like really cool prints on and stuff. Anyways, yeah, I didn't put the full bright light on. I might do it a bit, but I really wanted the moon to be shining through the window, but I couldn't see the moon. And all today, to be honest, guys, time has literally felt crazy. It got to like 5 o'clock and I was like, wait, hold on. It's 5 o'clock. I don't know about anyone else. Since they did this clock change on us, guys, has anyone else been feeling it's a bit weird? I've been feeling really out of it, like out of sorts. Yeah, it just hasn't felt right. Like time-wise, and like time is just going so fast. Yeah, they're really comfy and they've got like they're cotton because obviously I try and like the natural materials so my skin can breathe. They're cotton and they've got kick flares at the bottom, so they look really cute. And I got matching slippers just because I wanted to treat myself. What else do I wear more these days than pajamas and comfy clothes? Right, Jodie wrote, you tapped into this Venus energy, Laura, your Libra sun. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, well, I wanted to talk to you guys. This is why I was like, do you know what? Let's just do the live tonight. Even though I know for us guys in the UK, technically it's tomorrow, but it's from like 2 something in the morning. So I was like, let's do it tonight. If I'm up for it, do another one tomorrow. But I was just like, what is, literally guys, what's going on? Look, Jodie said it there too. Yeah, past few weeks have been so heavy. There is honestly, I feel like there's huge shifts coming through. And you know how like, obviously this, we'll get into it all, but this is the Libra full moon, obviously. I'm born in the Libra month. Libra is my sun energy. All the things that have been building up to this full moon now suddenly make so much sense, because what have we all been talking about on here for ages? Relationship stuff. Like literally so many people have been affected by relationship stuff, whether it's, you know, a partner, an ex, a brother or sister, a mother or father, etc., or your work colleagues. It's all relationship stuff that's building up to this full moon. That is why I literally just want to like get on top of my roof and shout it to everyone, is like, pay attention, because whatever is literally going on in your lives right now, or the relationships, whether it be work, personal, intimate, whatever is going on, is all literally like, it's the reason for it. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, do you know, at the minute I haven't really been, I can just see here Jodie saying you're so tuned in, the synchronicity is crazy. Yes, because normally I'm like, I'm really in advance, like I'll be looking up, oh, a few weeks ahead we've got this moon, but because I've been so busy with everything, I've just been like going with the flow a bit, right? So this is what I'm saying, all these themes about relationship stuff coming up, and I'm like, well, the first full moon of the year and what's going on. So let me just pause while I catch up on chat. Tanya wrote, I've been feeling like I just want to sleep. Had to force myself to do anything. But today I got a burst of energy and got some work done. Oh my God, that's good. At least you got that little, a little pickup in the energy today. Because it's tough, isn't it? Because there's been days like that too, I relate. And it's like, literally just had to be like sleeping. Jodie wrote, it's tonight, 10 p.m. till early morning tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, guys, we're at perfect timing then. SS. Oh, great that you've joined the live. I'm really sorry, guys. Like, I don't know if it's just my screen or what, but I can't actually see how many is on the live. So I'm relying on chat basically. Yeah, Tanya, do you know your sun sign? I think Tanya would be a Cancer sun because your birthday makes you a Cancer, right? So I'm pretty sure that would then be your sun sign, I think. Phoenix, hey Phoenix, glad you could make it. Phoenix has wrote, I'm taking a deep breath because again, we have another synchronicity here of examples about the toxic relationship stuff. And I think Jodie wrote something in the live chat before I actually started the live and said about the aspects. I think it was to do with Pluto or something, but obviously Libra it's in Libra, but Libra is ruled by Venus and Scorpio is the ruler of Venus, if I'm saying this correct. Shout me if I'm not. So anyway, so the Scorpio energy is really deep and intense. So with that come along like those themes, again, that the toxic relationships are going to be highlighted. Obsessive stuff here, which ties into what Phoenix has said. In an obsessive relationship, she just ended it with him and he still called me and acted like I didn't break up with him. He's also the type to threaten to end his life. I had to block him. I'm feeling with him, Phoenix, totally emotionally unstable there. And it's not even about you. I think that's a combination of issues in his own life. And you're right, he's chose to obsess and cling on to your energy. And then suddenly it's all been projected onto you. So really try and do some like energy clearing and protecting to get his energy off. Because that is not healthy. And Phoenix's question, I'm going to write this down so I don't, because I think this is quite, I actually want this question for myself sometimes. So how do I find authentic love? ? We're going to get to that, Phoenix. Okay. Right, and just to let you guys know, we do have an in-house astrologer. That is Jodie, by the way. Jodie is giving us all the astrology insights. I'm loving it. Jodie wrote, put it to Phoenix, but I'm going to read it out. Not to scaremonger, but be careful with the Pluto square to Venus. Pluto is obsessive and Venus is love. Libra is ruled by Venus, Scorpio, Pluto. That's it. So there we go, guys. You see, when it's broken down like that, it's not saying energetically, like these things, and we're all seeing it play out. And Jodie's saying, yeah, Phoenix, look after yourself. Phoenix is also saying, he loved bomb me. Yes. He wanted me to move in with him only after he knew each other for like 2 weeks. You see? But this is good, Phoenix, that you can recognize the signs and you know that that's toxic, that's love bombing, that's red flags, that's just not healthy. But also, Phoenix, I want to say as well, we have just moved into April, which is Universal 5 energy. And again, not to like throw loads of information at you, Phoenix, but just relating to, you know, a bit of the reading we did, his life path and other energies in his chart was the 5 energy, and this is a Universal 5 month. So it's going to be quite a heightened time for him regardless, but that's going to play out for him on the total negative side of the 5, as I discussed with you. So I just want to say, like, again, it's amplifying, like these energies are being intensified. So yes. Okay, Tanya put her date of birth, but I think That was so Jodie can see there. But yeah, I think that's going to confirm your Cancer sun, Tanya, if I'm correct. Hold on one moment, guys, because quiet. If I get interrupted again, sorry, by the animals, because this is what was delaying me. I let my dog out to go toilet, and then because she could hear something one of the neighbours was doing in their garden, she kind of got like a bit like, you know when they don't relax? I guess a bit like us if we went to go toilet and like we can hear something and can't relax. So she wouldn't go, so I may have to just run off and like let her outside for a few moments, but I'm hoping I don't have to like interrupt the flow. So yeah, guys, it's like, this is why I was like, I felt like we needed to talk about this, because the Libran energy, it's Libran is relationships, but also why it's conflicting as well, which Jodie explained there, is I know it's like when you have Libran energy, it's like, it's not really the first energy to have like want to be conflict. It's more about trying to find the balance, trying to keep the peace. But then with the Scorpio ruler thing coming through, Scorpio is the opposite. It's like, you know. Oh, let's hear about Tanya's. So yes, Tanya is a Cancer sun, like me. Oh, Jodie, you're a Cancer sun too. Okay, so this transit full moon in Libra has squared your sun, kicking you up the bum, so to speak, in a good way. Obviously, you felt a lot of energy. I have as well today. Ooh, isn't that amazing though, how like you can know just from the way the planets are passing versus then how that's going to affect your energy. And also synchronicity, you guys both have the same sun sign. Okay, I think Phoenix is responding to what I just said about that dude's energy. He drank an entire bottle of alcohol just because I decided last minute that it was too fast for me to run away and move in with him. He also told me it's my fault he drank, but it's his choice. Do you see that toxic behavior? And this is the problem, isn't it? When people have these addictions, it doesn't matter. You can't, you have to remove yourself away from that to protect yourself. Yeah, because... yeah, and you know what? I sensed that with his energy, with all that five, I was just like, he's gonna have some addiction issue somewhere and there. But you know what the crazy thing, Phoenix, is? As we were talking about the protection for you, it all transpired. So like the universe literally did have your back. So you saw that side of him and that energy before, because I'm just so glad you're not around that energy, because imagine this is not even in the flesh and this person's behaving like that. Like it's never okay. And yeah, you just got to completely stay away from that person, because they're like, I'm actually going to say the word as it's coming to me is like really unhinged, you know? I know you said obsessive and that does tie in with it, but it's unhinged. And then when people mix their addictions like alcohol into that, that's just going to take them to a whole other, yeah, unhealthiness. And yeah, Phoenix has just wrote as well that, yeah, his age, yep. Yeah, Phoenix wrote, yeah, that was literally my protection, because the timing, it was like divine timing that happened, Phoenix. Like, you couldn't make that up. You literally were talking about doing the protection, and then boom, like, was that within a matter of hours? Tanya, I bet your cats are going crazy tonight to want to go outside. Because the animals feel this energy too. It's like intense. Oh, wait, let's read this. Jodie put, I find strong sun signs like the Leo, the Sagittarius sun energy vampires can be drawn, as you have a sun vitality that sometimes darker energy seeks. Ooh, that's so interesting. You will find the right man. Divine timing for sure. This is it. I love the description on that, because it totally makes sense. But you will. But I feel like, you know, when you're back to your question a bit, Phoenix, of how do I find authentic love? Well, this is tying into it, because you've been shown firsthand the kind of love that, well, that's not acceptable. That's not okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not good things for you. So that's all teaching you, like, okay, what you should be having for yourself. And it does take a bit of time to refine that, but just the fact that you trusted your gut and your intuition, you didn't meet him, you've sinned straight away, that behavior is like totally toxic. That I feel is an act of self-love, because I can vouch for when I was younger, and like I've gone around guys like, or situations that have not been good, even though you see these potential, ooh, this could be dangerous, ooh, this isn't a good person, but it's like there's still something in me that thought, oh, I'll be okay, or maybe they won't be like that with me. Like, no, but the fact that you've just seen that and acted on that, that is such self-love. And that's going to tie into like how you get authentic love, because authentic love is also about when you're true to you, when you are authentically you. So like me, it's like, not actually, that sounds a bit, why am I going to put it on me? I don't mean to like say it as in me, it's all about me, guys. I'm not doing it like that. I'm just trying to give you the example that if you can accept yourself, warts and all, you know, your shadow side, your light side, your ups, your downs, and you still love yourself regardless of those, you're gonna, you know, call that energy, you're gonna get it back, because you're not denying any parts of yourself. Let's have a look on here. Okay, I need to catch up on chat. Right, Jada put, yes girl, run 38. He's had a Saturn return and not grown up. Please ghost this man. It's true. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's certain behaviors when someone is young, but this is the fact. Like, no. And I've seen that when people are of a certain age and they behave, trust me, I've seen it in guys. Yeah, and they're still doing the same things 10, 15, 20 years later. They won't change. Phoenix wrote, so true, Jodie. When I answered his call today, he told me he wants my blessings. I felt like he was giving energy. Yes, he's an energy vampire. Tanya's responding to the cat thing here. She's I think she wrote, yeah, have two that never go out, but all day they kept going out. Lol. Yeah, Phoenix confirmed she's ghosting him, and Jodie's telling you, Phoenix, yeah, you're in your prime time. Exactly. He is an energy vampire, shadow energy of the Scorpio Pluto. There are lovely Plutonian and Scorpio people, but they express the light. There's duality to all signs though. Yep. Oh, he's a Leo sun too. Ooh, interesting, guys. Interesting. Guys, before I get more into this, oh my god, speak of the devil, he's trying to call me. How do I block his number on regular calls? Not just social media like WhatsApp. I don't know what your phone is to tell you that. I'm sending some energy to literally knock him the hell back away from you. Not even get his energy off. He's not getting the energy. We need to just boot his energy out of here. Guys, you guys stay in chat. I'm literally gonna be back in like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm just gonna try let this dog out one more time because I don't want to get distracted when I'm like going into your questions more. So like, apologies guys, but I will be right back. Okay, sorry, it's like having a little kid. It's annoying. Right, be right back guys. Hey guys, so sorry. I'm literally out of breath, having to run up and down the stairs. And I swear my dog has issues. So she kept circling and then did not want to pee. Then I hear, I swear it was like a crow crowing 3 times at me. And I was like, what the hell? It was crazy. Ooh, let me catch up on chat, guys. Okay, at least you guys weren't like, let's have a look. Oh my god, I've missed so much. I was like, I had FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, right. Phoenix is updating them. Okay, yeah, this is good. You guys are giving good advice, so... where's it gone? Okay, right. Oh, I'm catching up. Yes, we have to know our value. This is so true. Okay, yes. Sorry guys, I'm loving this chat. I was like, this chat is great. You see, this is really good advice. Yeah, focusing on ourselves as well, because I guess that's on point with the theme, guys. Relationships. It is also the relationship with ourselves, because that we have to make our strongest relationship. We have to make that our most treasured relationship, because, you know, throughout life, relationships can change, can't they? Relationships with your friends, your family, your loved ones will change, but you always have to have a relationship with you. And I feel as well like themes that are going to come up is around self-care for us as well. Like, you know, are we caring for ourselves enough? Like, we care for others, but we have to learn to do things for ourselves first. You know, and that's a journey, and that can be with, like, you know, little things that we start with. You know, prioritizing, for example, like, what do you need to be happy and healthy and fulfilled? And like, that's a starting point. So starting with you, like, because I knew it was like the full moon today, I had my bath this afternoon. I call it my moon bath. And literally just like, I filled up like my salts, my natural clays, and I just meditated. I just sat with myself. You know, a few nights before that, I just gave myself permission to just feel all my emotions. I cried looking up at the sky. I had a little breakdown, as you do. But I just let it flow. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. If I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink water. Like, it sounds simple, but do you know what I'm trying to say? Is it's looking after. It's like, well, what does your body need to stay healthy? What does your mind need? You know, what do our emotions need? And that can be hard, because I know a lot of us don't have like the right kind of support or the right kind of energy around us. So when you're not taught it, when you're doing it for yourself, it can definitely be a challenge. Who else joined? Oh, Nick's joined. Hey. Yeah, Tanya wrote, yes, exactly. Jodie wrote, I love that, Lara. Perfect way to work the energies. Sounds lovely. Yeah, it's just that theme, isn't it? It's like trying to find balance, because like some people, like, they could be great at physically looking after their body, like gym all the time, perfect figures, you know, really healthy in that respect, but like emotionally or spiritually, they might be like totally detached and not fulfilled in those areas. So it's like working on, I guess, the holistic side, like the whole of self, rather than just, you know, simple, like one area. Let's have a look. I'm just getting some of my card decks out, actually. Let's have a look. Yes, mind, body, and soul. Because they're all connected. Like, I always say everything's connected, but especially like those things. Sorry, I have to move on this chair. It's so uncomfortable. Actually, I don't feel comfortable here because I'm sat like this. I feel like this is really awkward. I always get like this. I don't know what this is. Whoa. Me and my... Yeah. There we go. Is that even right? I don't even know, guys. But yeah, like self-love's a huge thing. But I do feel like, and even for people that might watch this and maybe like people that might be in relationships with certain relationships, it's just like, look, whatever gets revealed to you at this full moon is like, you have to listen to it. Because I've done it myself and I've been in toxic relationships before. And I swear every full moon or like eclipse or something, it's like the same things would come up again. And like, I'd still hold on out of hope, trying to think like, maybe it's going to be something different. Like maybe something will change. But it's like, no, things would always heighten or something new would get like revealed. And it would be just around that peak of the full moon. And I was like, okay, this is no longer like, I have to listen to this. And I always used to write and journal about it. And I want to find those things because that was one of my techniques. Like when stuff was really bad, I'd write in my phone or I'd write, you know, like on a piece of paper before bed or something. And I'd write down all these things. And I think when you look back on it, that's when you really realize it's like that reminder of like, wow, yeah, that's bad. Like you're having to look up these things or, you know, you reread it and you're just like, it's that reality check you need. It's definitely a reality check that we need. It's a crazy one. Yes. But yeah, I just feel like across the board, like this is playing out for so many people. And maybe I'm noticing it more or feeling more into it because of like my Libra sun. I'm not sure, but then again, even with other themes, I do see it playing out, but just particularly this one at the moment is really like powerful. Yes, Judy, yes. Yeah, I feel like when we fight against what we need, the rug gets pulled. Life makes the decision because we're out of whack. It's true. Like, there's only so long I feel like we can keep doing it. And also, like, I feel like now as well, and I've said this before, but like from an energetic point of view too, is like now more than ever, I feel like people are being called to do the work on like relationships and whatnot. I'm saying more now because since we moved into the 2000 energy, I feel like it's more of a theme because the 2 is symbolic of like partnerships, relationships. It's 2, whereas all of the 1900s, 1990s, you know, everything starting from 1901 until like 1999 started with a 1. So it was like more individually led, you know, people were more likely to not have probably be working on so many relationships or partnerships. Like if we look back on like parents, grandparents, great grandparent generation, most of their probably like once they were with their person, that was usually probably it. I'm gonna say obviously there's a few out of the box, I'm not gonna stereotype like billions of people, but it was less of a focus. Whereas now I feel like we're in this super ascended level of growth on here on earth, and it's like people have been pushed more than ever to work on partnerships, because I think there's a lot of soul growth in that, but it ties into the feminine energies of the theme of the 2000s. Just like all kids born from 2000 onwards are going to be way more sensitive because they have that more strong 2 energy. That's just one way of like, yeah, looking at it for sure, guys. What else was I going to tell you guys about this actually? One sec. Let me try jog my memory. I'm going to say this too, tying into, like, obviously the themes. If you're like me, and at the times of, like, full moons, I often, like, want to focus on what I want to release. I might write things down, I might burn stuff. I would say, like, around your relationships, what are things you need to release? Like, if we fine-tune it like that, or blocks that are blocking us from finding, you know, like Phoenix said, authentic love, true love, real love. Yeah, I think those themes are going to be really important for us to look at, like, releasing wise. I know one thing I really want to work on releasing is, like, my anger, because I feel like I get so much anger built up and I get really angry over things. Like, for instance, just then, like, my dog not doing, going to the toilet and being all, like, weird and anxious about going to the toilet outside just because she heard a noise, but then cries in her cage, because that, like, got me really angry. I'm laughing about it now, but it got me really angry. Because I feel like it annoys me, it interrupts on my time, and then the consequence is potentially pissing, excuse my French, on my nice clean floor, or, you know, me having to constantly be pandering to a behaviour I don't want to. So it's things we recognise in ourselves. But yeah, I get very angry over, like, what other people might view as little things. The same way if someone was to do or say something to me and it annoyed me, I can get really angry about stuff. But, so I'm just sharing that off the top of my head, guys, because different things are going to come up for us. And again, it's about honouring being authentic. We have to see that there are parts of ourselves. Do we still love ourselves for it? That's the hard bit. You know, can't be perfect all the time. We can only be who we are. So I think that's the difficulty. And again, tying it back, it's a relationship with ourselves. Like, we're going to have good sides to us. We're going to have not so good. How do we blend that? How do we accept it? I guess part of the acceptance is that there is only us and nobody else like us on this planet. But yeah, I mean, even I've been, do you know what, it's even being single, it still prompted me to start questioning, and whether anyone else does this, but it's like, it's got me questioning, like, in the future, like, when I or might feel able to consider love again, it's like, it's really got me thinking, like, yeah, all the things I'm going to want, all the things I'm not gonna want, and hopefully all my painful lessons will have paid off, that I'll have got to that point of, like, not accepting anything less for myself and wanting only the best, and finding someone that actually is right for me. So I would hope, but it's definitely been pondering on my mind, like, about relationships, like, and also just, like, yeah, what I give isn't always what I get. like, I always feel like I can go above and beyond and care a lot more for people than what they would do. So it does bring up a lot, guys, if we really feel into it for ourselves. Right, Tanya's wrote in chat, sorry guys, because you know me, go off rambling, let me check in. Tanya wrote, yeah, I think that was my problem, just wanted to have the old school love being with that one person, just you and them, but feel like too many people can't be just about the two of you and have to put everyone else first. Jodie wrote, when you find your one, Tanya, you'll feel that no matter your age, not all roads are straight, but beautiful nonetheless, and messy, but makes you you. Jodie said, I love that message, Lara, everyone can benefit from this. Tanya wrote, yes, I know, thank you, Jodie. Naomi, hey, you joined us, how are you? Jodie wrote, you'll find that, Lara, for sure. Oh, guys, I really hope, because I have such conflicting thoughts and beliefs. Like, one minute I could be like, and then the other I'm like, no, you know? In the one breath I'm like, I love making no effort. I love literally wearing pajamas and not having to shave my legs all the time. Oh my god, I love to just be me and not always have to make effort. But I trust that I will find someone that'll accept it, you know? But there's I laugh and I make jokes, guys, but like there is a lot more to things than what I always just say. Tanya wrote, yeah, I think when you get older, you know what you're going... Hold on, where's that gone? As you get older, you know what you're going to accept and you become less patient. Ooh, yeah, definitely less patient. With people who don't want to give. It's true. Jada wrote, I will go into detailed timings in our next reading, Lara. Can defo look at your relationships. Ooh, that will be I'm just intrigued because, like I say, I look at my things from the numerology perspective and they're always spot on. But I know it's also one of those factors of it's like, it depends, because obviously everything is always divine free will. So like someone could tell me, yeah, I'm going to meet someone next week, but hey, if I don't go out my house, probably ain't going to happen unless I need rescuing. Do you know what I mean? So that is always my thing, is like, I can be a bit in my head sometimes. I'll be like having thoughts, but then I'm not always, you know, like action oriented. Like I'm not a forward kind of extroverted person in that sense, unless I'm around people I'm comfortable with. So guys, it's so weird. Yeah, Naomi, we're talking all about this obviously you can probably tell by the name of the live, but it's relationship stuff we've been going on about. Jodie wrote, I think the bashing of nuclear homes didn't help the traditional relationships. It swung the pendulum the complete other way to separate families and traditional values. I hope this makes sense. Yes, I get that. Yeah, it's one of those I could get really deep into, but it's like, yeah, that's totally, oh God, there's so many factors, isn't there? But yeah, like, it's totally switched up on the world. The world's switching up. The world's crazy, guys, honestly. It is crazy. On our topics of conversations now, guys. Actually, I'm going to ask this to Jodie. So, am I right to say this though? So, wherever you have a Libra placement, if you have it, because it's the Libra full moon, if you look to that area in your chart. So, as an example, mine's in my second house, right? Libra sun, second house. That would be the area that may be coming up. Like maybe more focused as well, like, do you know what I mean, amplified energies, because I'm just thinking like that's another way people can tune in maybe with what's going on more in their life, is by looking at their chart and seeing where they have a Libra placement and what house that's connected to. That might be a thing too. Jodie wrote, there needs to be balance. I'm not saying one way is right or the other is wrong, but balance is missing. Yes, totally. But balance is so important, because like if you look at a home, if a foundation is not balanced, you can't have a safe, a secure and steady home. Jada put, yes, you're right. If you know your birth time, you can find your whole chart to find the houses and signs. Got you. Yeah, because I'm just going to make it as a note on mine, but I'm going to look into like my second house a little bit more, because I do think from what I know that's been resonating a bit right now anyway. Phoenix wrote, I have Libra in my first house. I'm Libra rising. Okay, interesting. So first house is like, obviously that's, first is you, isn't it? It's the self, right? So I think that's tying in for you pretty accurately, to be honest. Okay. Oh, JD's Libra rising too. First house of self, appearance, how we see the world. Ooh, see, this is why I'm loving having Jodie on the live, because she has all the astrology insights, guys. Jodie is the astrologist. We are blessed. I think I just actually manifested this, because how long ago was I actually saying this, guys, on the channel? I was like, yeah, it'd be great to have someone that knows all the astrology, and like Jodie was here. So Phoenix wrote, yes, it's yeah, that's your confirmation. Focus on yourself. Exactly. That's it. Because the strongest relationship you have and the strongest thing with yourself, that's going to empower you in all areas of your life. Tanya put, don't know my birth time or anything about houses. I tried to look into it, but it baffled me. Tanya, it's intense. Astrology is, yeah, it's not, like I say, guys, I do have a little interest in it, but not deep compared to how like I will go with numerology at all. That's why I'm learning more. Jodie's helping me with that. And yeah, you're right, there is a lot of Libran energy here for sure, but you can still kind of get a bit of an idea without your birth time. But even me, I only found out my birth time like what, not even that long ago. So again, divine timing, because maybe before that I wasn't meant to know. I remember years ago I used to like randomly follow, I actually would watch other people's lives and I'd follow like, say, different astrologery kind of people, and I'd always want a reading, but I never knew my birth time, and I was just gutted because they can't really do it without your birth time. And I was like, and by the way, I was just randomly shuffling this card deck. Oh, Phoenix, look, you read my mind. Phoenix is just asking something here. But look, Phoenix, this just came out. It said, you are good enough. But this might resonate with everyone. It says, you are good enough. And this is a full moon in Virgo energy card. So I'm just going to have a little look what that actually means, because let's have a look. Okay, look, this is what it's saying, Phoenix. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Humility is good, but it can go too far. And when this card comes up, it's suggesting that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to be honest. You need to honestly answer the question, have you been too picky? This full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. So really going within to, I think, find your truth and find that balance between the mundane every life and obviously all the cosmic stuff too. There is that saying, like, you know, the more you worry, the more you attract worrying stuff. So really try and balance that and try not to be overcritical of yourself. Stop second guessing yourself. And also it words it in here as like, raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. But I would say that is just energetic of like, if you put out into the world like doing something good or a good deed or helping someone else in some way, like you're also going to get that blessing back. And I can actually vouch, guys, like I've done so many different things over the years, like some charity stuff, some just stuff I don't even talk about. And when I say the universe always blesses you back tenfold, trust and believe, like it is a thing. But I'm just going to read, because Phoenix did write a question. Right, Tarot Oracle question. What does April 2026 have planned for me? Let's go straight to the tarot then. Let's have a look for you, Phoenix. So, I feel like you've kind of already answered it though yourself. I feel like this month is going to take you like almost on a self-discovery of a new level of like a new learning and exploration month of yourself. I feel like you're going to know and get to know new parts of you, new energies. Like it's going to be a bit of an internal thing for you. And I think it's going to tie into new starts. But let's see what the tarot is going to tell you. All right, let's see for Phoenix's highest vibrational good. Let's shuffle. I'm just going to shuffle the deck. Oh my God, a card's already literally come out. Look at this, Phoenix. Like, can't make this stuff up. 21. The World. The World card is... I think that... Oh, I know is it a bit dark in here? You can see... Can you kind of make out and see that? If not, I can get the light. But yeah, 21, the World. So... the World is quite big when that comes up in the tarot, because the world is everything, isn't it? The World card. The way it's pictured in this too, it's just like the world's, I feel like the world's your oyster, but it does tie into travel again. And I think you still, even though it might not be right now, but I still think you need to feel into your travel, because I think you're going to keep getting called to that. I'm trying to find this card in here. Hold on. Where the heck is it? Here we go. Here we go. No, my World card wants to disappear. Guys, I cannot. Why doesn't the World card want to... Ah, it's right here. Yeah, I'm just getting it. Right, you want to create your next ambition. So the final card of the major arcana and the end of the cosmic journey, which began with the Fool. You got the Fool. I'm pretty sure you got the Fool last time, Phoenix, when I sent... You did! Look, that was your last one. Remember, I actually gave it to you. I gave you the Fool card last, and I actually emailed it you on our last live. So now you've got this on, which is like the end one of that. Yeah, the synchronicity is literally crazy. Right, so this is about... Let me bring my light over, because, sorry guys, my eyes are really struggling. Okay. Right, you've achieved what you set out to do, no doubt with changes along the way, and it's time to celebrate and savour this pinnacle. Fulfillment and completion deserve recognition, but they're also the signal for a new beginning. Yes, as I said, this is your new beginnings. New beginnings, Phoenix. That is what's coming up. What has been finished must now be replaced. You must appreciate, reflect upon and celebrate the story so far, but also ready yourself for a new chapter. What next? The World can also indicate literal travel and global movement. You see, I was thinking that for you. You got to get back to that. Aspirations and new horizons. So the World's asking you to recognize seasons in your life and be fluid and flexible as things ebb and flow, as relationships and roles develop and fade. It's all natural and inevitable. Nothing remains as it is forever. Everything changes. So too must you. Okay, well, it's linked to Saturn, which rules the Earth sign Capricorn. So that's late December to January. And it's also over Saturdays. Obviously, Saturday. You get it? So affirmations. I will now do the thing I think I cannot do. So again, really pushing out of your comfort zones with this one, Phoenix. And anything you think you can't do, you need to do. Okay. But I like that because look, it's the globe, like it's there at your hands, your fingerprints, like you've got so much to explore, so much to see, so much to do. And I feel like you're going to get signs because there's loads of nature symbols on here. Just, it probably is a bit dark to show you. But I feel like nature's probably going to guide you. So look to nature for some signs. Like over the next couple of days, I feel like something's going to come up in regard to nature. You know, like maybe it'll be a course or maybe there'll be an opportunity. Or something will arise that's not yet arisen that may prompt you. Phoenix wrote, my mother is a Capricorn and I have a brother who's a Capricorn. Yeah, this can be associated with Capricorns too. That's another thing with this card, can be associated with the Capricorns. Can you read the message on the card itself? It just says the world, turquoise. The colour turquoise, but also a stone if you have like a turquoise stone, because that's associated with strength. It's funny actually because it's blue, turquoise, and that is the colour I associate with the number 5, which is this month that we're in now. Yeah, it's also connected with Mother Earth. But what I just read to you, that was what was in here, Phoenix. So yeah, let me just scroll and have a look in chat what you guys are saying. Oh, Phoenix wrote, I recently gave a stranger who approached me $100 to buy groceries for their family. Wow, that's generous. Gosh, doing a good deed, eh? Okay, Jodie said to Phoenix, from experience, remember you aren't where you come from. You have control about where you go, though. Trust yourself and put you first. You're young and we only have this life in this body. Ooh, yes. That makes sense. Uranus moves into Gemini very soon for Libra rising. That's 9th house of travel. Phoenix, that might be your ticket. Thank you, Jodie. Yeah, so Phoenix, I think that's what I'm mainly seeing with that, is it's global, universal travel. And maybe, yeah, it might be a flight or a travel, but maybe you might do some kind of course or group or something that's international. I know you're here with us now, that's international, but you know, Phoenix wrote, I recently found my baby jewelry. It's some gold bracelets and some sort of orange, ooh, crystal earring. I kept it with me in case it can have a meaning for me now. Maybe you can identify the type of crystal it is. If you send me a picture, I can have a look at it. But if it's orange, that, is it an amber kind of thing? That would be interesting to see. Okay, Phoenix. Well, I hope that gives you some kind of insight. I think that's quite a lot, actually. Jada wrote, Leo rules gold, so great for Leo sun. Ooh, wait, Phoenix, aren't you Leo energy? Orange could be citrine fire. Yeah, it's definitely a fire energy. So maybe that orange crystal you have now might be really good for helping give you that confidence and that literal fire to take your next steps where you need to go. And as I'm saying that, like, don't you just love my little fire lantern? That's not actually a real flame, but it's so cute. It's just, you said it and I was like, I had to show you guys. Okay. I'm gonna move along while my energy is still here, guys. Yes, Phoenix is a Leo sun. See, Jodie, you're spot on with it. Guys, anybody else would like a card pull? If you have a little message you want with your card pull, Yeah, let me know. Yeah, it was here because I was thinking I wanted to light a candle, as you told me I should do. But I just didn't have anything to put the candle on right now, so I figured this was like, this was the next best thing. No, it's not real, it's an LED one. It's cute, look. I can look like I'm touching the flame. I'm such a big kid, I swear. Yeah, it's just an LED one. I thought it looked cute on the backdrop. But yeah. Okay, Tanya, do you have a question? And then Jodie, I will come to you. Yeah, do you have a question, or you just want to see what's going to come through? Anything. Okay, you guys are so chill. You guys are so chill. I love this. Right. Okay, and then Naomi, I'll come to you too. Right, let's have a look. Let's go to Tanya first. Right, Tanya. I'm gonna go to the moon deck for you first. Let's have a look. And I switch it up. I try and switch it up because I got so many card decks, and I try and use different ones on the lives. But this year I'm setting the intention. I want to buy new ones, even though I've probably got like 20 or 30 odd decks. But I just have to go intuitively with what I feel like. And for some reason, I felt like this moon deck would be good today. So, Tanya's highest vibrational good. Let's shuffle. Let's see what we've got for Tanya. Message. Ooh. Well, this is an interesting one. Okay, Tanya, I'm laughing. This is the new moon in Gemini card, right? So this is funny because it's kind of like a blue kind of colour. I don't know if you can even see. Anyway, it's got two faces on there. And it's saying communication is key. So I feel like there's some kind of communication issues. Don't know if you guys can fully see, but there's a woman on this card. There's two faces. There's like one with the eyes closed, one with the eyes open. So I feel like there's like two sides with your communication here. I think it's going to benefit all of your relationships, like to improve on something within the communication. But this is a new cycle for communicating. Yeah, it's also saying even if you can't like physically talk to someone about something, that email, text, journal, etc., because they're all still forms of communication too. Like it doesn't just have to be one form of communication that's going to be helpful. It's also calling you to do a bit more grounding. But there's really a strong emphasis on communicating. So again, not sure there if this is something you've been holding back on communicating, something you're not saying, but communication is really coming up. And just be really mindful, because if you don't express or communicate something that you need to, or you keep holding it in, you're going to end up with like coughing and throat stuff because you're like literally suppressing your expression there. But it's about telling someone how you feel as well. I do think you probably need to do that a bit more, express how you feel, as opposed to, you know, don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Also, this coming through to like read, study, learn more on something as well. But yeah, Gemini can be just a bit like it said there in the face. It can be a bit, I don't even want to say two-sided or two-faced, but it can come off like 1 minute you get that, the next minute you get that. But it is also about socializing, new ideas, travel, all those kind of matters. Okay, it's also saying about being mentally scattered. I don't know if you feel that. If you're getting a bit mentally scattered. That's a funny way they word these things, isn't it? But yeah, like mentally a bit here, there and everywhere. But if you are feeling like that, that's where the grounding has to come in, because otherwise your head's literally like, you're gonna just feel completely out of sorts. So you need to ground, even meditate, and that's gonna help everything become unscrambled, because it's like all wires in your brain. And I do feel like, I don't know if you're like me, if you're a bit old school with it, but I feel like, do you write things down? Because like, say if you've got stuff to do, how do you remember what you've got to do? And then I feel like it's too many things taking up space in there. You need to like maybe do lists more, write things down, organizing, you know, things like that. Tanya wrote, yeah, I've been working so hard on that, trying to communicate better. Oh, probably your course. Okay, interesting. Well, Tanya put, yeah, I felt like that a lot, to be honest. ADHD gone wild, lol. Yeah, but that will amplify it, but it is really about, I would say, just trying to like get as grounded as you can, and like organizing structure, and just literal me. Actually, it's so funny because the diary I'm writing in today is I don't even know where I got this. I think it's the Hinge thing, but it's life in lists. And honestly, like, I just do stuff like this because, or I write it on my phone, I do notes. And it's like lists, like literally list things you've got to do that. And I do it like days that I need to do stuff, or things I have to do, cross them off, cleaning this, monthly. You know, it's just, I love to write anyway, so. Tanya put, yeah, I should write things down, but I forget to. Well, it's when they come in your head, you just gotta, I don't know, try it. Try it, and otherwise, yeah, that's just the feeling I get. It's like your head's going to explode. Like there's literally too much flowing, too much going on. Which, yeah, if you get headaches and stuff too, oh, yeah, that's just going to be that. Too much energy's going on up there. Well, I don't think you can have too much, but just finding a way to organise them. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I hope that all makes sense. Let's have a look. Actually, Tanya, you are going to do a list tonight. I'm going to tell you you're going to do it, because you're going to write one for the full moon anyway, what you want to release. You're actually going to write it. I'm like, listen to me now, I'm being like a bossy boots on you. And you're actually going to write a list anyway, and like, that'll get a load out of you, and that'll just help, I feel like, bring you some kind of like more peace with that. Oh, look, you even wrote, you've brought a list book. See? Yeah, Jodie's agreeing it's helpful to write it down. Yeah, because I always just think, well, what the hell would we have done before phones and computers? We'd have to write stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'd have a diary, or do you know what I mean? You just, like, even a few years back, like with work and stuff, I used to, everything was so much more, I'd write everything in my diary, and you can't go wrong with it. Like, you cannot go wrong. I used to love that. Whereas now it's like always relying on something else instead of myself. So no, I just try and take it back to there. Oh, Tanya, you're also been told to surrender. This just jumped out from my other deck to tell you. You've got to surrender. Okay, you got to just like let go, surrender. That's going to make things a lot easier for you too. I just actually felt a bit of zen then. Like, my mind just went, I feel like that's where you're just going to get that peace, where you just suddenly get that nice peace and quiet, and you'll be like, you know, that meditation feeling. Okay, Tanya, I hope that resonates. I'm going to move to Jodie now. Jodie said she's open to any message that comes through. Okay. Let's do Jodie. Right, and then I will come to Naomi. Right, let's see what's going to come through for Jodie's highest vibrational good. Let's have a look. Ooh. in a really goofy mood tonight, guys. What's wrong with me? Do you know what it is? Because like I have big kid energy too. Sometimes I do just like, I like to just, you know, I feel like maybe this ties in with your message, but you know, sometimes it's just like be not really caring. You know, when you was a kid, you never used to care, did you? Like what you'd look like, what you did, how you'd laugh, how you'd play. Like I feel like maybe it's like embodying more of that like inner child, or just having more of that fun energy coming through. But I'm like that anyway, but I just feel like I'm mentioning that with your message because I'm like tuning in right now. So I feel like maybe you just need more times of like just joy and laughter as well. But the first card that came out for you here is actually called Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back. So this is referring to your past, not letting that define, not letting it hold you back. And that's the South Node card. So South Node, like the North Node, it's a karmic point. I think you were actually teaching me about this in my reading, but this is funny, isn't it? But it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even past lives. So whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about or that's coming up, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you are destined to. Okay, so if you're feeling stuck in something, this card, this message is often, it comes as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about is somehow it's like suffocating you, even a toxic kind of feel. It might be someone, it might even be you, but something needs to be released. Could even say there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. But I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, that was random. Sorry about that. Okay, but anyway, when this card is coming out, it's really challenging you basically to make changes. Even if you don't want to, even if you feel safe where you are, but it is literally about making that change and releasing the past, which ties in with this full moon. I feel like it's past stuff that's maybe like holding you back and blocking you. Yeah, because it's saying out here still, the South Node, it's a karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So you've really been urged to, I feel like, break out of that past so you can align with something new in your future. Okay, Jodie's writing. I got a chill when you said that. Free feminine energy. Wow, that's so interesting. Mine's in Aries. Aries is lit up with planets now. So ooh. So, okay, well, yeah, the past in Aries. Okay, you're going to have to feel into that one. But then it was funny because a second card just jumped out for you. And it was funny because then it was like, because I feel like that's the block stopping you from moving forward. Because then your next one was the new moon card, which obviously is a new start's coming. Literally, that's what it's saying on the card. So, if I can even find the other one. I have not used this card deck in so long. Yeah, look, you got this one. A new start is coming. And this is like apparently meant to be one of the most powerful cards in the deck that comes out, because it's all about that new start energy. Might be that you're starting all over again in some way, but it's going to be on a new and better course, and you're going to be feeling a lot more positive. So if you have been feeling like stagnant, you know, anything like that, remember everything in life is on that cycle a bit. I always say that it's like the moon cycle, isn't it? You're going to go through the the dark times, the quiet times, the higher energy times, the lower energy times, and it's going to shift and change for you. So yeah, soon it's going to come through that you're going to start feeling differently and things are going to start changing. Yeah, just pay special attention, because your thoughts, everything's going to start manifesting. So yeah, and even on this, it's like forgetting about the past. So I feel like the past has been quite a block. So really look into your South Node, and then if you said that's the Aries bit, I mean, you're going to know yourself best and your chart best, obviously. But I feel like whatever is connected there, the past, the blocks, that's going to then help you by releasing some of that, is going to, yeah, this new energy stepping in for you. Where's it gone? Right, Jodie put, felt stuck for a while and I know I've got stuff to work on. That really resonated. I know I need to change. Yeah, Jodie wrote, I don't know if I just read this. A lot of heavy stuff has been going on. I know the lighter times are coming. I felt it for a while. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, I feel like that's, turn it around. That's exactly what that is your confirmation. And even just the other side of that, it's like the different stages, the different life cycles, the different stages, but to hold on to that little bit of hope and that joy, because yeah, things are going to shift up for you. And even when we believe they can't, I see it firsthand. It's like these things can happen. Like things can literally change overnight, change within a phone call. Like, yes, stuff can shift and change and happen for you, Jodie. So lots of love. I hope that resonates. Okay, I'm going to check back on chat. Okay, Naomi, are you still with us? Because I don't know what's up, but my thing is not telling me how many is on my live. I cannot even see. But Naomi, if you're still here. Jodie put, thank you so much. She really appreciates it. You're so welcome, Jodie. Thank you. Thank you as well for like all your insights tonight and sharing with us all, because it's been absolutely amazing. I've really enjoyed it, having your energy and just giving us this more astrology insights. It's so great. Because Naomi's question was, oh yes, Naomi's still here. So right, let's read your question. Let me pin this so I can actually read it, Naomi. Hold on. Let's pick this comment. Right. I have an older woman who's so draining, but I have trouble with setting boundaries. Should I end it blunt? Oh, I love that. Should I end it blunt? Naomi's also wrote, I know I need to put distance, but she has no help or car, so I still want to help her. This is a hard one, isn't it? It's hard because it's like you want to do good and help, but sometimes this is the problem in life, isn't it? It's like you might want to do that because that's in your nature, but how does that energy exchange leave you feeling? Because if you're saying it there, she's draining. So really, I feel like this is a lesson for you, isn't it, with boundaries, and how to implement them. So, and this helps in so many ways, but maybe it's saying to her, you know what, maybe I can only help you on this day at this time or for this amount of time. Or, do you know what, if going forwards, if I'm to help you, I'm going to need a contribution towards the fuel or my time. Or, do you see what I'm trying to say? Is like, is putting it out there from the beginning. So, you know, little things like that maybe example of some boundaries, but you don't want to, I'm just going to shuffle some cards, but yeah, you don't want to be left feeling, there's nothing worse. We've all been there. It's like, I know those feelings and you just think, why have I done, like, why? It literally leaves your soul depleted. But also, I think the underlying question is like, why are you doing it? Okay, you don't have to literally answer on the live, but I'm just like putting that out there. Well, why are you helping this person? Because if it's not leaving you feeling good, like, why are you doing it? Oh, Naomi wrote, I've been putting it off for weeks now. She's even offered to pay. Sorry, I'm laughing. And she can be funny and enjoyable, but I feel sometimes it's not worth it. Do you know what as well? Yeah, because I've just wrote there, Jodie wrote heavy energy to deal with. There's probably something within her energy, Naomi, that you pick up on, and it's not sitting right with yours. So I think you got to listen to that feeling. What Naomi wrote, I like to be liked when it comes. Oh, you answered it yourself. But look, but at what cost? Draining your own energy? Ruining your own aura? Literally letting someone fill your energy like they'll fill a gas truck. Literally just plug in and get some free energy. Oh, look, Naomi put she's an alcoholic. So that's your energy straight away telling you that her energy is really toxic, literally, to be around. And when people are alcoholics and drink, they most likely have the entities and they're just going to feed off you and latch on. Just be careful they actually don't latch into your aura, because then they'll start literally taking your energy. That Naomi, cut it off. Jeez. I just want to hit you with the cards. Jodie wrote, are you a Libra? We can be guilty of this. Naomi, do you have Libran energy? People pleasing hurts us. Yes. Look, this is tying into self-love, because what's like the topics we've been talking about, this is actually like, you say it's actually like you want to be liked, but really it's like a form of you self-harming yourself by going around this woman, because even if you got paid to go around her, it's like, it's not healthy, like it's not making you feel good. Let me shuffle on this. I think might be, oh, Libra's your Mercury, okay. I think we're going to get a unanimous group decision on this one, Naomi. That's weird, the Follow Your Dreams card just came out. You got Follow Your Dreams. You also are getting, oh my god, you're also getting a rebirth, Naomi. You're getting a rebirth card. So that's going to be some big changes coming up for you. Let me go to the tarot deck. Yeah, people pleasing is a really hard habit though, because I've had it before. Sometimes I still don't know if I do it, but let's have a look. Yeah, look, Tanya put it too. She used to people please, took so much energy. Sometimes we fall back into it. Yep. Naomi wrote, Queen of Guilt Trips, Cuban woman, the Spanish guilt mom is strong in this one. Ooh, so it's pulling on like heartstrings. Right, let's shuffle. I think it's showing you something in you that's definitely coming up for healing around this. I'm shuffling the tarot for you. Tanya's laughing. Yeah, the tarot deck's just gonna give you the brutal honesty. Oh my god, look what card jumps out. We got a King of Coins reversed. Naomi, does this somehow, I'm going a bit deep with this one now, does this somehow stem into like some kind of fear of a rejection too? Do you have like a rejection thing or something coming up around rejection? Because the way it's like this King of Coins King of Coins even reversed. Let's see what this one's gonna tell us. Okay, okay, it's showing rigidness, dogmatic, and set in their way of doing things or seeing the world, blinkered to other ideas and mindsets. So I kind of feel like you might even be being rigid, like the card says. So But this is also calling you to take the responsibility. Take responsibility for, you know, for your actions. And you know what? Take responsibility for your part in it. I feel like is coming through with that. But the thing is, your part in it is going to make it worse. Oh my god, let's reshuffle this tarot deck. Okay, I think I missed something in chat. Let's see. Okay, Naomi put, she babysat for me for free and helped me out, so I feel obligated. No, you don't have to feel obligated. Oh my god, Naomi's saying maybe one last time. You are a sucker. Look, even Tanya said it, look, it's just this one time and years later you're still, yeah, it's never, it's never going to be one last time. You need to do what's uncomfortable. You're enabling by keeping, oh, okay, look, Naomi, revelation has just popped to my head. You have answered your own question. You have said on the full moon, which is about letting go. Oh my god, I just threw my whole tarot deck on the floor, guys. The anger in my hand with that card. They've all just literally jumped over the floor. But basically, Naomi, because you're asking me on the full moon, this is your own sign. You have to, it's going to keep repeating. Look, I think Jodie's actually just really, literally saying it before I even get the words out. Yeah, you're keeping yourself stuck by repeating the same cycle. This is the full moon. It's relationship related. You have to let it go, because otherwise it's just going to get worse and more toxic with this woman. That's about as to it as I can say it, basically, with this. Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, you've got to let it go. You knew. I think you it is going to be hard. That's the thing. Sometimes the things we have to let go of, then they're never going to be easy. But it's coming up on the full moon. And then the Seven of Cups is coming out for you as well. So I'm just going to have a look at this. It's the eye. Oh my god. And look, it's got like 7 wine glasses. You cannot make this up. Oh my god. Oh my god. 7. No, Jodie, I'm not telling you to shut up. I just meant as in like, I'm thinking something, you're saying it, like the synchronicity. Do you know what I mean? That's how I mean it. Like, you literally, like, I'm about to say it and then I see it in chat and I'm like, wow, this is crazy, in a good way. So no, do not shut up, guys. Look, 7 of Cups. You've got to see things for what they are. This is like your third eye look, and all the alcohol cups is just, it's just saying you got to see it and read it for what it is. And you know what? It's even saying lean on your imagination. So maybe you're going to have an imaginative, you're going to come up with something to get yourself out of this situation. Yeah. Get out your own head. And yeah. And get action. 7-day time span. You can do it. It's a water element. It's going to be a little emotional, but I feel like you've got to do it. Oh my god. Naomi just wrote she downed a whole bottle of wine the last time she came over and she was just so sloppy. You see? No, Jodie, you could never be too much. Never. Yeah, I don't know what anyone else is thinking, but I just think you need to either be honest with her, but then someone like that, if they're just really drinking, maybe you just be better saying it's something with you. Why don't you just try the whole you're not very well for a while thing? just ghost, or just say, I don't know. See, with me, it's one or two ways. It depends how the other person's going to take it. But definitely, I feel like you just got to keep your distance from the situation because, yeah. Sorry, Naomi, it couldn't really be a sweeter way to put it. But that's just how I feel. But ultimate is how you feel. Maybe it'll be when you're ready to do it, even though this is perfect alignment of releasing, but it's all going to be when you're ready to make that change. You know what I mean? So oh, this is crazy. Naomi, I can't be honest. I've told her nicely she needed to calm down with the drinking, but she's in denial. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to alcohol, no one will be told, will they? They just, especially if they're like addiction, they just have to do it for themselves when they want to do it. But for most people that probably won't, because that's their life. So it's gonna be you that's got to change and not associate with that energy. Yes, you're definitely getting the boost of confidence from us, Naomi. We literally, I think we're all giving you that kick up the ass. And that's the thing, yeah. It's so easy, isn't it, to slip into that role of like, what do other people think then? But you know what, they're probably even not. Most people, to be honest with you, are so self-centered about themselves in life. I'm not like, I'm just in general, like, we are in that world where people are just very about themselves. So I don't really think people are too, you know? And yeah, look, as Jodie says, take a step back for sure, change the cycle that's been going on. This is it. Like, Naomi, you're in alignment because you know that's coming up for you at this particular time. So, like, you already know. That's why I was like, you've already answered your own question, because you're on the literal. I don't know about the time where you are, but, like, right here now, it's the night time. It is the literal full moon. Like, this is the time to release. So, you know, your subconscious knows. So, yeah. And, like, yeah, Jodie wrote, you can't help people who don't want to help themselves. It's hard, but if they're adults, they have the free will to do as they please. But it's awful to watch. Exactly. Yep, Tanya wrote, it killed my dad. I tried my whole life to get him to stop. Yeah. Oh, this is it, isn't it? It's so sad. But that's the problem with like addictions and people in life. Yeah, they choose how they want to live, what they want to do. Yeah. Guys. It's crazy, right? Hold on. Oh my god, I'm trying to unpin. No, I can't unpin. I'd need to choose a different one. So yeah, Naomi, I hope this is like giving you a little bit of confidence to maybe like approach the situation. And also you could even just try, like, in your head, like, ask for guidance, like, how do you best go about it? Or put it out there for the energies, because look, maybe it'll backfire. Not even saying it in this kind of way, but like, just maybe something will come up with her where she won't be able to like meet up with you anymore. Or I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? Something will come up where maybe she's just not able to meet up with you. So you might get out of that one. So just, you know, ask for that bit of divine help. Naomi wrote, I quit 4 years ago, so seeing her definitely helped me not fall back into it. Oh my, see, that's amazing, Naomi. Like, if you quit and then you were still around that, but you were still strong, and like, that didn't affect you. So that's a lot of strength to be able to do that. Let's have a look. Julie wrote, sorry to hear that, Tanya. I've also experienced similar. Addiction stems from trauma. Is awful on families. Yes. It's a difficult one, guys. Like, we all go through different things, and yeah. Life is a difficult one. Okay. Kind of just don't really have much words right now, so I'm just gonna take a sip of my water. Yeah, I can like feel everyone's sadness coming through with this. So I am gonna switch it around a little. So let me sit back up in my chair, because otherwise the empath in me will be starting to shed tears for everyone, which I don't want to do on live. To be honest, I only like to do my tears in private. Is that weird? I think that's actually a whole thing I've always done in my life, is like, I don't know if the words hate, but I've never liked to show my emotions like in front of people, really. It's like not really something that I'm always that comfortable to do. Like if I'm on my own or it's someone I really trust, or like a one-on-one, I don't mind, like if I, but otherwise I'm really weird. Like I don't like, I don't know, maybe it's like, yeah, I just don't like people to see my sadness, or it makes me feel really awkward if I was just to like cry in front of people. So yeah, it is crazy. But guys, where's my thing gone? Swiping off chat. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss if anybody else had typed anything, or if anyone else did want a card. Yeah, if anyone else did want a card, you could let me know in chat. But otherwise, guys, I can't even see if the moon's out. Yeah, do you know what? That's a good, I'm gonna laugh now, and I need a little laughter to uplift myself back. But yeah, I'm gonna say that's a good way to put it, because it's weird. Like, yeah, like, how can I put it? I wouldn't just sit here and be like, expose my body and be like, hey, I'm here, guys. And I feel like emotions are the same thing too. Like, but do you know what this is with me? Because if I go like into the emotional pit, sometimes I get scared, because it's so deep and it's so sad, and it can take me a long time to come back out of it then. So, which, do you know what, it's a full moon, probably gonna do that tonight. I'll save that for tonight. Oh god, got that to look forward to. Yeah, collective card pull is a good idea. I think that's what I'm gonna do, collective. So okay, a collective card pull. Let's have a look. What's gonna come up collectively for us, for our highest vibrational good? Let's have a look. Ooh, okay, we have a Four of Swords. I'm gonna see what else is gonna come out. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, not that one. Please tell me I'm not the only person that's done that. A card comes out that we don't like and we just shove it back in the deck. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Oh my god. I'm caught cheating, guys. Right, okay. The first collective card we have is Four of Swords. Okay. So, I don't know if you can quite see this, but she is literally there in her yoga gear. Calm, cool and collected, grounded, focused, zen. Amber. I actually love amber, okay? But yes, Four of Swords. This is about restoring energy and vitality, which kind of ties in, I think, with quite a few of our themes here. It's also the little... Great. It's also the red flag card. Sure, we were talking about red flags earlier too. Yeah, close to burnout. Collectively, are we close to burnout? Feeling fatigued, feeling drained. Time to retreat, withdraw, rest. Put down the tools, so to speak, okay? Even a mental vacation from whatever has been taxing you would be welcome. You can't pour from an empty jug. It's time to restore your energy levels. So, this is about us taking our energy back inwards, recharging ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, if there's any of us, if we feel like we're overstimulated, if we've got too much going on, this is definitely that card to, you know, as I say, get back to basics, just to ground, to restore. Oh, Yes, I think Jojo just wrote Libra, maybe. That's it. Yeah. This is connected with air signs, so no wonder it explains a lot of the mental energies and whatnot. But yeah, the Gemini, the Libra, the Aquarian energy. So yeah, that makes total sense. And also about making space for what matters to us. I think that's like a priority. That's something important to do. And also if anyone is drawn to like, oh, I think it might have come up when Phoenix mentioned it, but like the orange kind of stones, the amber kind of stones, those kind of, I call it in my orange era at the moment. Like I love orange. Like I want orange everywhere on everything if I could. I'm really into that color at the moment. And I know it's a bit hard to see, but this card is all that. It's very amber. So maybe you have a piece of amber, something like that, but embrace a bit of that orange color. That's going to help with it. Then another card that just did randomly come out with that was Two of Wands card, okay? So let's just show you the Two of Wands. If y'all can see that. Right, making decisions for our highest vibrational good, I'm going to call this one. And I think, yeah, I'm going to say with this, the message is about us controlling our life, our path, our destiny, not anyone or anything else. So really just leaning into that, okay, guys? So, you know, we are here to create our lives. And I always say that because no matter, there can be things in life like, yes, our blueprints are kind of written for us, but ultimately, like, we do have divine free will and choice as well. Like, certain paths we might choose are going to be easier, some might be harder, but lean into how you want your life to look and like focus on creating that every day. You know, just like if you were a flower that's going to grow and going to blossom and look a certain way, like, view yourself and your life as that, and go about doing what you can to create that. Work towards your goals. and I think, yeah, we do have to take ownership for it as well, because I will say this as well, we can all have like our life that happens to us, right? Because it's life, that is what happens, but we still get the choice. Like, am I gonna be a slob on my sofa for the rest of my life, literally, like wallowing, or am I gonna try and make something of what I've been through, of life? Like, there's a song lyric, and I swear if it could come to my head right now, it's gonna come to me. Wait, it's like, I can't remember the exact lyric, but it's about turning your pain into a gain. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, no, all the pains we can go through, but actually then we can gain something. We can gain from that. So, you know, yeah, there was a song lyric it was in. It's going to bug the life out of me. But it was along the lines of, yeah, basically, all the bad stuff you went through, basically that just made him rich and famous and he gained from it. So what I'm saying is, yeah, there's like, we can choose how we want to show up, and guess what, if that looks different every day, fine, but we do still have our own power within that, okay, guys? So never think, even when we're at those like darkest, most challenging points, I was thinking, as long as you still got your consciousness, you've still got your mind, you still have that little bit to hold on to, you're influencing. You can influence and change and make adjustments to your life. So I feel like collectively, yeah, there's some like food for thought messages that we can like tie this up on. And then I'm just going to encourage you now for your evening or your daytime, wherever you are in the world, is like, yeah, we said it, get the pens to paper, literally. Delete the numbers, delete the people, whatever it is that we need to, you know, tune in and you know, just like let go of. It's like, yeah, I'm going to sit here with my pen and paper. I'm going to force myself to do it, because this is where it gets uncomfortable. This is where it is not all, you know, love and light and all that. This is the duality. You've got, you know, the good sides of stuff, the challenging sides of stuff. And like I just touched on, yeah, that's where I can get challenging, when I have to talk sometimes about my own feelings or emotions. See, the words just came out of my mouth. And this is what I was gonna say, is like, when you're a sensitive person, you're sensitive with energies, it's like, I got overwhelmed because I'm feeling everyone's energy then. Do you see what I'm saying? And we're talking about a sensitive subject. And I didn't quite know what to say in that moment. I didn't want to offend anyone, but I didn't want to seem insensitive. But I was also like, damn, I'm live. I'm being monitored and watched now on my responses. And you know, when you're in that moment, it's like, and then I could just feel everyone's sadness coming, and I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna get washed off my feet here. And I didn't want myself to go into that emotional pit, because it's not appropriate. I'm here to help you guys. I was like, can't be showing my own emotions in this right now, like, you know. So yeah, that's where energies are real, because the energies can influence. Like, even though you guys are not in my room, you're not in front of me, like, I can feel it. Same way it's like you read a book, you read something in, it's only words on paper, right? How could that influence? Because you feel in the energy of it. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like it can feel a lot. So it's one of those things, guys. So I'm gonna use the emotional, what's the word I'm looking for, the moon energy, because the moon is just reflects everything to us, doesn't it, of what we have to release and let go. But it's like, in doing that, it helps us, because it can't just always be the good stuff that we can think of or focus on. Like, you know, people shared, like, people have overcome amazing things, you know, worked through real difficult things, traumas, addictions, troubles, and that takes so much strength. And by doing that, it doesn't just happen by only focusing on the good. You know, you have to tune into as well, like, the challenging and difficult sides. So yeah, I'm just going to encourage us all to do that. And I'm going to thank you guys as well for being here. It's been great to connect with you all. I really do appreciate you all, and I do love getting to connect with you all as well. So yeah, I just want to say that I'm loving my little online community space with you guys, and just showing up, supporting each other, and also for everyone's what's the word I'm looking for, because my brain keeps doing this, going blank. It's slowing down, I think. I can't always be on like super speed. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing when this happens. My brain goes blank, guys. I was saying something important. It'll come back to me. Everyone's contributions, yes, because it's noted, and it's everyone's energies that, you know, bring us together. And I always say to myself, I think it's like magical, and I always give thanks to the universe, my spirit team, my angels, guides, everything, because, you know, we're all hundreds and thousands of, you know, miles apart, but yet we're still connecting. So I think it's very special. But guys, I'm gonna thank you, and I'm gonna love you, and I'm gonna leave you all, and yeah, you can let me know how it goes. But you're also welcome. Thank you so much, and I will connect with you guys again soon. Hopefully you guys maybe get to see the full moon, because I have not seen it yet, and I'm kind of spooked to go outside again if I hear that bird and I can't see it. But I took it as a sign of protection. Okay guys, have an amazing night. I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.